by Mexicans, of course.
Then
but
why is
because it's
unemployment
cheap
so
labor.
high?
But I think
do you
more
think?
jobs are being lost to automation than they are to
Actually, I've just thought the reason
but
unemployment's so high is
immigrants
because
helping.
illegal people don't count in those surveys.
Oof.
See, I'm not against immigrants that are skilled workers. What
Yeah,
I'm
of
against
course.
is unskilled workers coming in illegally that we don't need, because we need those unskilled jobs for our own unskilled workers that are
There's
now
plenty of
becoming
dumb people.
poor.
Personally, I think we should just castrate all the refugees and there would be no row.
That's
Maybe refugees, if
exactly
you want to Mexican
what
border.
the Muslims did in with their slave trade. Now you don't get any descendants of slaves asking for civil rights in the Arab world because they were castrated. So that's a thing you can do.
Moose.
Sounds like a lot of work, though.
Yeah. To the
Yeah,
Mexicans.
maybe.
Like a,
Since Mexico's socialist now, they should give the wall for free.
Yeah. Come now and get one. Get one extra for free.
yeah, if they're socialists, they should be rich enough to build their own wall. I mean, damn.
Yeah, because socialism, it's the
Yeah, it
next
totally
best thing.
works.
Yeah, of course.
I can't wait until they become Venezuela.
It will. Soon
The
enough.
funny thing is,
Being
though,
honest here, I don't want them to become socialists because that means we're going to have more illegal immigrants.
do you know if, because
Yeah,
there's
But that's their own fault. That's the thing they voted in this
But
guy.
then again, socialist countries usually keep their citizenship in. I mean, look at the Berlin
forcefully.
Wall.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
true.
the
It's never communist.
Yeah, but again, you don't want the people inside to have any idea what's happening outside of the walls. Look at North Korea. And this might actually help the United States. They'll build their own wall.
It is true. Berlin Wall
if,
2.0.
like, Donald Trump said all these things about Mexico to get the Mexicans annoyed at him so they can vote the leader who is most vocal against Donald Trump.
From
that's,
what I heard, Mexicans don't even like their own
5 big
country, so it's
yes
like, why would they hate Donald Trump?
Yeah, then they come here and complain about this country.
Yeah.
Well, the US. I mean, the US.
We didn't get anything for free. How fucking racist.
Oh no, we put our children across
It's
unaccompanied.
really infuriating to some people who come over legally who have to work their ass off
Yeah,
in this country,
definitely.
and then
It
you
takes
got these
10
people,
years.
willy-nilly,
So-
I come over illegally,
The
for
funny
free.
thing is, though, with Mexicans, the middle-class Mexicans are bigger assholes than, the poorer Mexicans.
Where's that?
Because most of the middle class are SJWs.
Yeah, that is true.
of course.
Makes sense now.
Yeah, SJWs, none of them are poor. None of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is true. The funny thing
They're a
is,
bunch of
though,
college kids. It's like you say you're underprivileged. You're in college!
Yeah, no shit. They're the most privileged people to ever walk this fucking planet.
See, that's why I'm not too scared of them saying that, oh yeah, we're gonna be communist, because you need the working class for that, and they're not the working class. The working class is on the right, the red side of things.
Yeah,
Get
the
what I
thing
mean?
is that they have such a large hold in the media, not just on social media, but on news sites. Like, the news caters to them nowadays.
Yeah.
So I feel like that voting
It's
base
because
is
they're middle
gonna
class. They
skyrocket.
spend the money and buy the subscriptions to the news servers. That's why.
Well, the murder spree that's happening in Nigeria where they're killing Christians has risen to 200. Isn't that delightful?
Not surprising.
That's delightful.
Also, I have a new joke. Anytime someone mentions Zimbabwe, you gotta be like, what's in Zimbabwe? You mean Rhodesia?
You mean what?
You mean Rhodesia? It's like the colonists that were there. The white colonists that were in.
It's less
Yes,
funny when you have to
it's funny
explain the joke.
because I have a neighbour who is actually his father, was Rhodesian.
Dude, they had some pretty badass special forces that they trained. I think one of them were so hard that the fatality rate was pretty high for their training.
Oh, wow.
The thing is, though, with like the South African Special Forces or like the South African government, if they pissed off with you, they used to send you a letter bomb on your birthday.
Oh, that's sweet of them. I usually never get anything from my birthday. I'm joking.
Rid of them to wait. Oh man, we really want to little bomb him, but his birthday is only in August. Oh.
It's quite funny because that's where the term care package originated from, because it's a package which takes care of somebody.
Oh wow.
And then obviously,
I
because we're all
thought it was
soft now-
related to the mafia or something.
Yeah, but we're all soft now, so it has to mean, oh, lovely and caring, oh. You know, the desirable characteristics for a human being.
Yeah, you just gotta get the garbage man. He'll take out the trash for you.
The thing is, though,
Oh, yeah, always call me.
how do you convince a Mexican middle class person that like Donald Trump isn't some evil person who sneaks across the border to eat their babies?
Easily. Just find someone that's actually in the working class that's middle class.
Oof. They're all equal in the eyes of socialism.
You don't need to convince them. You don't care about what the Mexican populace think. Donald Trump needs to defend the United States borders, and that's it. It's his job. He's the president of the United States, and one of his job certificates is to uphold the laws of the nation. That's it. You don't need anything.
The funny thing is, though, some Mexicans get triggered when you just criticize the Mexican government, because apparently that's racist, apparently.
Yeah, of course.
Go back to Mexico.
Anything you say against a person with the wrong skin color is racist. Anything.
You know, one time I got called a white supremacist. It's funny because I'm Asian.
I got called
I
homophobic,
am
even though I'm
neither
gay.
white nor a supremacist, yet I am a white supremacist.
I got called a Nazi, even though I'm a furry.
Okay, we got
Pretty
it.
hot. That's pretty hot.
Where's the flamethrower?
Can I join him? I'm pretty depressed at the moment.
I'm sorry.
But the funny thing is, though, at least with America, people just say mean things, but like in Mexico, they'll probably lynch you if you say that in public.
Yeah,
It's pretty hot, to be honest.
pretty good. Pretty
We're a
good.
peaceful socialist country, how dare you?
Yeah, no, they're very equal. How
My
fucking dare
beautiful
you, white
Mexican brothers
supremacists.
and sisters that I advocate
not
for.
equal.
I've
It's
never been in
diverse.
Mexico.
However, I have
God,
no
all you guys are
roots there.
racist. I need my safe space.
Hmm?
I need my safe space.
Oh
You
my
need
God.
your safe space with teddy bears and the coloring books.
Yeah, it prevents crime, I swear.
You want
Yeah,
a
just-
safe space?
just-
You go to home where the shotgun is.
But how can it prevent crime if universities were the first to adopt these safe spaces, and we all know that universities are a haven for rape culture. So
You know
how
what?
can it?
Gun-free zones actually
No.
help criminals because no one can fight back against them.
No, it doesn't, because why would they bring a gun to somewhere where they're not allowed? It's illegal.
Yeah, of course.
Imagine breaking the law.
All you need to do is make guns illegal, and then
Yeah, it just stops
You
all
can-
gun crime and all
people
crime.
wouldn't buy them because it's illegal. Would you buy an illegal gun?
Yeah, but the guns will literally dissolve like, Infinity War.
You know what I always found funny actually about some of these like feminist movements that are all for, these illegal immigrants? I don't think they realize that the majority of illegal immigrants get over through different cartels or different, people that bring them over. And the percentage of women that get raped on their way over from Mexico to America is huge.
It was
80%.
funny, I think.
The percentage amount of women that get raped is 80%.
Yeah, I think Steven Crowder asked someone with his change his mind video, I think.
Yeah.
Something about, do you know how many women are raped by by coyotes each year or something like that? And she was like, now you're just shitting me. There are no coyotes rape women. She doesn't even know the terminology.
Geniuses.
Yeah.
She's thinking an actual coyote is raping women. Patrolling the border.
Yeah, I think so. The only place you'll find that is probably Fur Affinity.
Probably. Damn furries.
So you really, that's where you start with. People
The thing is, though, do you know if, like, Mexicans start starving, like in Venezuela, would they start eating furries then?
Yeah.
Probably. That would be the first source of meat, I
Children
assume.
first. Then.
No, the elderly first. They can't run away.
Isn't it
Neither
like a
can the
tribe
kids.
which...
I want to
Yeah, but basically I had an argument with somebody who was like alt-right, and he was so woke on on the ethno-nationalism. He didn't want Europeans to migrate to America.
What? Why? Because I don't understand. Europeans are not white enough?
No, it's because they will steal their jobs.
Oh,
Hey, at least he's pretty much all
these
around.
white Europeans stealing our jobs.
At least he's not a hypocrite then, he just doesn't like anyone coming in.
Yeah, but actually, I can sympathize with it. He doesn't want anyone coming in. That's okay.
I mean, we do have an oversurplus. That's why I said the way to fix our problem is to take over these third world countries, raise them to the ground, get rid of everything there, and then put our own people in.
The easy and humane and all of that.
Who needs humaneness, dude?
Simply to shut down the border and start deporting everyone that shouldn't be there. That's it. There are enough places to work in America for the American people. You don't need to take a
Yeah, but it's fun though.
to conquer any new land. Yeah, you want to join the army and conquer these
Yeah,
lands?
I'm already working on it.
Does anyone want to move to Sweden?
I already
Yes.
chose my job today.
I want to move.
What's your job?
11B. Well, 11X, but hopefully getting 11B.
Okay, nice. Well, take care of yourself first of all. No, I was in the Israeli.
take
I was in
anything I
the
say
Israeli
seriously
army,
right
and
now.
I don't want. For me, conquering different countries is not what I get up in the morning.
And don't take anything I say seriously. I'm a meme star, okay?
People in the morning.
I actually knew a woman who was my brother's EMS teacher in college, and she said she was doing EMS before it was even a thing. She fought in the war over there. Pretty good. Scary woman. Very scary. Better once. Very scary woman.
Once too many.
Like, you just see the aura around her, and it's just like scary. You're just like,
Aurora Borealis?
I was gonna say that.
I would say English isn't my first language, but that would be a lie. I'm just bad at it.
Yeah. Do you know one thing which I find funny? Is that there's actually furries which are in South Africa, which is kind of amusing.
But they burn alive in the sea.
Shouldn't they be worrying about food or like warlords?
Nah, mate, if they get jizz on the fursuit, they have to go and take it to the dry cleaner.
What if I tell you that pretty much all of them are the white South Africans?
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're
Yeah,
pretty,
makes
they're pretty
sense.
shocked.
Yeah.
They're getting murdered.
South Africa is not that poor of a country if you go to the
Yeah,
well, no, you
but
got places like Angola.
coastal. It's not that bad.
Crack-a-lackin' home slices. What's poppin', homeboy?
the only reason South
Get outta
Africa
here.
is rich is because of the British Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of not British, because of the Belgians or something like that. No,
The Dutch.
Dutch got
Weird.
Yeah, the thing is though that the British actually got into a war with them.
Yeah, that was bad though. That, like hundreds of thousands of people, Boers, were killed by the British.
Yeah, pretty much we put them into concentration camps.
They deserved it.
We inspired Hitler.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone to thank, it's us.
That means not only we saved him in the First World War, we actually gave him this.
We were on the
Gave
wrong
him the
side
idea.
again, after all.
Okay, listen. Here's what you
Oh
need
my
to.
god, the UK.
Those
are
pesky
responsible.
youth.
I have such British guilt, white guilt. I just can't. 6
What are
million.
British women even
6
like? I
million.
just imagine them as like the basic white girl from like America, except with an accent.
Nah, we're really smart as well.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah. All I know about the Dutch South Africans is that their language is a bit weird.
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
close to
that's
Dutch.
basically
Not
German.
very close
Tops
to
the
Dutch.
Finnish language. I'm just saying.
Alright,
how
The
complex-
Finnish language, alright, I remember hearing it once, and it sounded like a whole sentence. No, it was one word.
Yeah, it was. It's like one word can mean like 10 different things.
Better than in
that's-
Polish and Czech language, where there's like, for one word, there's like 20 million different ways to write it.
Yeah.
No,
did
you
know
can-
that?
I'd hate to be a teacher in Poland.
It's the same as in German and the Germanic languages. What you have is words that can have many suffixes and affixes, and also sort of a conjunction. I don't know the name. Words that are put together to make two words that make one big word, and then you get added and added, and that's the whole thing of these languages. So you can get
But they're both
like names of cities that are sentences long, which is just one or two words. Or how you can get 50 different ways to say ice in Eskimo. It's the same.
Yeah.
rest in peace, Germany.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I feel that with the German language is that technically some of their words you could make a word which is pretty much infinite.
That is true. They just add on things again and again. But I suppose we have superlatives in English, so you could probably do the same. But I get what you're saying, where you can just add something on and on and on. It can just go on forever. I'm pretty sure they have one of the world's longest word, just because of that.
I just realised the Canadian election is next year, and I doubt Justin Trudeau will win. But I take pleasure in that.
Yeah, unless the Canadians are really stupid, because in Parliament he's just lost every debate. He can't explain himself. They look corrupt, and if the
Yeah, a lot of Canadians are very
young and he's progressive and
Yeah,
women
so-
love
Yeah,
him.
no wonder people don't
The
like
only
him.
reason he got elected was because he said he'd legalize weed. That's legit the only reason, and the other
Wait,
one was that he
did
was
he legalize weed? He
Yeah,
didn't.
no, he didn't actually because of foreign policy.
Wow.
What do you mean? We still get it from there. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What weed? I don't know what you're talking about. No, but I know that most of American weed is grown in Canada. That is a thing I know, but it's not legal there.
Yeah, because it's not as they usually don't lace it as much as the southern places do.
Oh no, the only reason why he won is because he promised the Quebecies independence.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
that
he
independent?
promised everything, and he just hasn't delivered. But I don't know if the voting base in Canada know that. They just seem quite blind to it all, and it's like, oh, it's all happy, LGBT day, people kind, and they don't
I
actually
don't
care.
think most of Canada cares really.
AIP plus.
I've known people in Alberta, Canada, that didn't even know that that Trudeau was the president. They're like, what, really?
Exactly, I feel that.
Just so much in the middle of nowhere that they're just like, what,
Yeah,
really? Huh.
they have to travel
Kind of-
5 miles to get to a voting
The
station.
funny thing is, though, is that it's actually unsafe for Trudeau to travel in Quebec by himself because
Oh.
of the amount of Quebecies which actually want to, let's say, end his existence.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Don't you mean lovely, hook him?
Lovingly hug. Yeah.
We're all people,
Saddam
kind
Hussein?
guys.
Yeah, but basically.
By the way, you said Quebecies. Is that the correct word? Is that the correct thing?
Quebekistanis.
Not Quebecans or
No,
something?
it's the. Yeah, it's the Quebekistanis.
Quebecistanis, of course.
It is now. After Trudeau.
It's the same with it's not Londoners anymore. It's Londonistanis.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but that's because London is actually part of the great Islamic Caliphate. So, of course.
60% are not white.
I mean, come on, you got your mayor Sadiq Khan. Sadiq Khan, I don't know how he
Sadiq
pronounces his
Khan.
name.
Sadiq Khan.
It's
Is it
pronounced
Khan?
syllables in his name.
cunt.
It doesn't
Okay.
have on the end.
syllables.
Is it really Sadiq Khan,
Khan, I think.
Khan.
or it can like
He
you
can.
like you write in English?
His
Yeah.
name's
like a
really
vagina.
artistic, so
Yeah, it's Khan as in like, you know, Khan from Star Trek.
Exactly.
No, I was saying cunt because he's a cunt.
Yeah,
he is.
Sadiq Khan. Cunt.
Yeah,
Sadiq
It's quite
Khan.
funny because I remember seeing like a woman in Question Time like go on like ranted with basically like go to like shit Khan, and I basically said I don't feel safe anymore. I don't feel safe that
Yeah.
I don't feel safe to have like my children like play out in the street and things like that. And like Khan was basically, he was stuttering and didn't know what to, he generally was left speechless by it.
But of course he has an answer. He answered it. He said this is part and parcel for living in a big city.
Well,
Come
it's about
on.
terrorism, yeah.
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 I've got something funny though that I want to say. Anyone else wonder what would happen if Poland, Italy, and I think Bulgaria left the EU? Wouldn't it be
Oh,
kind
that
of
would
funny
just
to
make
see that?
completely collapse.
If Poland,
I know. That's what I want to see.
Poland, Italy, and
I think Belgium was it? It was in. Was
No,
it
Belgium.
Belgium or
Italy.
if Italy leaves the EU, if
Maybe
Italy,
France.
If Italy
France have a
leaves the
chance.
Eurozone, then they are pretty much doomed.
Any country in
Italy-
the EU could
Poland's
leave.
already making a vote for its people. The government's already asking its people, "Do you
Wow.
want to leave the EU?" And knowing Poland, they're
Italy
probably going
should
to do it.
soon. Yeah, Italy should soon.
I mean, you see how many people
listen,
in Poland.
the EU needs to.
And the sanctions that they keep trying to push against Poland, it's probably
Yeah,
pissing the
in
people
Poland's
off.
retorts.
Yeah, from a neutral perspective as well, if you love the EU in Poland, then you're looking at your country getting like attacked with all these, you know, sanctions.
Yeah, you
for
look
no
at the
reason.
map. How many
There's
how
no
many
reason
terrorist
whatsoever.
attacks have happened in all the other EU countries that have been letting in immigrants? And you look at Poland, who hasn't let a single immigrant in.
Yeah.
Not, I
And
shouldn't
Hungary.
even say immigrants. I
And
should say
Romania.
refugees.
It's not
No,
refugees.
they're immigrants. They're not refugees.
Refugees.
No, they're
It's-
refugees.
No, they're not.
It's economic migrants. Most of them come from Sudan and Ethiopia.
Some
And
are,
that's
some
the
aren't.
Most of them don't come from Syria.
Exactly.
They come from like Nigeria.
Well, even the ones that come
I
from
stole a lot in my country.
even the ones that do come from Syria, I mean, there's a reason that they're going all the way to Sweden and Germany instead of the neighboring countries.
Yeah.
They're not just fleeing war. They're fleeing war to a land with a lot of welfare.
For some obscure reason, they never stay in Italy. They always cross the border and go
It's
to
like-
Germany.
it's
I wonder why.
It's like the economic
That's how
migrants
it's the
in
one.
France wanting to board, like get to the UK.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, why France is a country which is free? Well, debatable, but it's better than being in war.
Basically a puppet of Merkel.
But still, it's
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
a safe
problem
country.
which
Oh, you mean the Fourth Reich?
the problem which I find with like, you know, the migrants is that what is their primarily what is their demographic?
Why?
How many of the
Wait, sorry.
Men,
why?
fighting age, working age.
That is
Exactly.
called an invasion.
No women, no children.
Different culture as well.
And
not
for
to see-
some reason,
Yeah, they left all their women and children in their country to fight.
A lot of them
Yeah.
are trying to dodge
I
I mean, all these
conscription.
guys coming over here, they're feminists. They think that women can solve the country for them.
Of course.
They're giving
Wow,
women the
see,
chance.
They leave the women in charge.
Oh yeah, like that one
never
grandma
ends
that
well.
boiled some ISIS guy's head in water and cut it off after.
I love like one of the Facebook I can't even think. You know what? Anyone else continue this conversation? I can't think.
I can't remember what you said.
Alright, so
Islam is the most feminist religion.
It is.
Yeah, of
totally.
course. Don't you know that Muhammad was a feminist?
Yeah,
I
well,
did. Well, he married in. Boy, that's why he learns pedophilia.
I mean, come on, he waited 3 years for her to become 9 years old when
Oh wow! What a gentleman.
a gentleman indeed.
He is the
Come on.
supreme gentleman.
Because he is a
Love
feminist.
Elliot Rodgers.
And we all know feminists are gentlemen.